back to my channel. Sorry it has been so long. You know, life and school and jobs and co-op and everything gets in the way. But I am back and hopefully we'll be filming weekly. And this video goes out to all my Canadian girls. I'm going to be doing a tutorial featuring only products that I bought at Shoppers Drug Mart. You know, this doesn't mean it's completely drugstore. There are some high-end products in here. I do use Smashbox, Benefit Mascara, but everything else is drugstore priced. We're going to be doubling up some things and, you know, we'll just get into it. So one thing I do before I even wash my face in the morning is I'll apply messily, really quickly, some black eyeliner, and today I use the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil, and I'll tight line my eyes, but I'll just do it super, super quick, and then I'll wash my face, and then it still stays if you don't, like, scrub the inside of your eyes. So that is a really easy way to tight line your eyes really quick. Since I am planning on spending a little bit of time in the sun today, I'm going to be going in with the Olay All Day Moisturizer, and it has an SPF of 15 in it. Once I've let my moisturizer sit for about a minute, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer, and I'm just going to apply this all over my face. It's like an ice cold shine. I like that in the summer, but if that's not for you, I will grab... And if that's not for you, the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Illuminate is also another option. It gives like way less of a shine, but I like to glow in the summer. For foundation, I'm going to be going in with the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. I'm in the shade 105, as you can see here. So I'm going to do as I always do, pump it on the back of my hand. And to blend it all out, I'm going to be using a large oval brush that I got from my makeup brush set. I so far love them. I mean, I've never tried an Artiste brush, so I don't know how they compare, but I feel like this is a pretty good option. I'm going to be taking a smaller oval brush just to go in around my nose here and just to make sure that I've gotten all the small little crevices. These small brushes can be used for concealer as well. I've used it for concealer. It does blend out well. They work great. I just much prefer my Beauty Blender. For concealer, I'm going to be using the NYX HD Concealer, and I'm in the shade Something. And I am in the shade Light. So if you wanted to kill two birds with one stone, you could also take the concealer and prime your eyes with it. That's just a heads up. That works great. I'm going to be using an eyeshadow primer, but you can also use your concealer as an eyeshadow primer, and then you only have to buy one product instead of two. To set my concealer, I'm going to be using this banana shade here in the NYX Contour Palette. And to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer. Not a bronzer. If you've watched any of my other videos, we've gone over this, and this is in the shade Reserve Your Cabana. Next, we're going to move on to our eyes before we do bronzer, blush, whatever. I'm going to be going in with the Essence I Love Stage eyeshadow primer. For our eyes today, I'm going to be starting back in with the NYX Contour Palette. I know a contour palette might seem overkill, it might seem excessive when you can really only use one or two shades maybe to actually contour your face. So I'm going to be taking some of the darker shades and using them as eyeshadow. That way, it's a dual purchase. So to start the eyes, I'm going to be taking a Luxie 205 brush on this, probably the second deepest shade here. And this is going to be our first crease color. So this first shade I took all the way in to my inner corner, and now this deepest shade here in the corner, I'm going to be taking on a Luxie 231, and I'm going to try and keep it as far in the outer corner, if that makes sense, as possible, to kind of keep it on this quarter of my crease down here and bring it in on the eyelid just a little bit. Just watch, you'll see. Now it's okay if you went a little heavy with the brown coming in towards the center of the eye, because we're going to be going over with a pretty thick eyeshadow, so it's okay to be a little bit messy. For the all over lid color, I'm going to be going in with the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Eyeshadow in the shade Ice Latte. This is a dupe for Stilo's Kitten, so if you have that, they're like pretty much like it's the definition of a dupe. It's got the same consistency, the same wear time, the same color, everything, except this is probably about half the price. I have both shadows so I can compare them. We'll go in with this one though today. So I'm just gonna dab my ring finger in and pat it all over my lid. I found that's my new favorite thing to do, is to just use my finger to do my all over lid color look. I find even with lesser quality eyeshadows, you can still pick it up on your finger, even if you wouldn't be able to pick it up on a brush. You know what I mean? You guys get what I'm saying? And since this is a beautiful light color, I'm going to take it all the way into my inner corner, and when applying this, you're going to want to pat closer to the outer corner so you don't mess up the brown that you brought in. We'll go over that again just to make sure it looks good. But you can drag it on the inner corner to get that coverage, but you want to be careful so you don't smush away all the blending work you just did. After you've applied your L'Oreal Infallible or whatever you decide to use as your all over look, we're going to go back in with the 205, the first brush we used, and just blend it out to make sure that it all looks good. And this is the lighter color on it. That's why we want to go back in with this. You could go back in with a clean brush to blend it out if you really wanted to. I'm just going to go back in with this to create that defined crease again. I'm going to skip mascara and come back to it at the end, because knowing me, I'll be putting on my blush or my highlight and I'll smudge wet mascara all over my face. For bronzer, I'm going to be going in with the Essence Sun Club bronzer. That smells so good. And I'm just going to take it on a Sonia Kashuk blush brush and apply it in your typical 3 shape. And since it's summer and I do like a little bit of extra glow, I'm going to be going in with the Smashbox Soft Lights Fusion in Baked Starburst. And I'm going to be taking this on a Lexi 502 and just applying it to the temples, because this is where I would just like a little bit extra glow. For blush, I'm going to be going in with an oldie but a goodie, the Dandelion Box O powder from Benefit. I love this color. It's pink. It's got a little bit of a shimmer to it. It's just wonderful. And I'm going to be taking this on the Ion Beauty blusher brush. For highlighter, I'm going to be going back into the NYX contour palette. It's like hiccup. I'm going to be going back into the NYX contour palette to use this highlighting shade here on the tops of my cheeks. And I'm taking this on a Lexi 522. Okay, we're almost done here. I'm sure that this video is probably pretty lengthy at this point. For brows, I'm going to be going with the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara, and I'm in the shade Black. For mascara, this is a shocker to no one, I'm going to be going in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. And for my bottom lashes, as always, I'm going to be going in with the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. And to finish off this look, I'm going to be using my new favorite. It's really not a lip gloss, but it looks like a lip gloss once you put it on. It is the Delectable Everything Balm. It makes your lips feel amazing. It smells so good, and I got a bunch of these samples at Generation Beauty, and I'm super excited that I probably won't have to buy it for a while. And there you have it, babes. That is the look for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video, which hopefully will be a week from now. Bye, babes!